So we are at the broker. Let's get started with our analysis, with our trading. Today we are analyzing this selection of indicators. Namely, we have CCI with a period of 10 and alligator and fractal. Alligator fractal are trend indicators. We leave them with default settings. And we will also monitor the oversold and overbought areas today. The CCI oscillator will help us with this. We will open transactions at $500. Let's get started, see what awaits us today, and select our first currency pair. Here I want to open a trade. I'm up. Now I will explain why. Let's select the work area. We immediately found a good entrance. I immediately focus on the CCI oscillator. We see a way out of the oversold area. Next, our moving average tends to rise. Further along the fractal, we see an update of the global price minimum for this part of the movement, and our price has gone up. Here we see the upcoming intersection of our moving averages using the alligator indicator. And in general, when we have an intersection from bottom to top, in most cases, I open a trade for an increase. Let's watch the result of the first deal, and our first deal will close in profit without any problems. In general, as you can see, the moving averages are crossing, an additional local minimum has been updated, and overall the transaction was opened absolutely correctly. Let's continue our trading and select the next currency pair. Let's also open a bullish trade here. Despite the fact that in this case the CCI oscillator shows the exit from the oversold area, or rather overbought, we cannot navigate by it here. We focus more on the trend, namely again on the intersection of moving averages using the alligator indicator. Earlier we saw that the movement was downward. Further, the update of local minima shows us that the dynamics of our movement are unfolding, acquiring a recovery stage and moving upward. Here I think I will also open a trade for an increase. Let's see the result. We have 10 seconds left. We're a little unlucky here, of course. At the very last second, we had a price pullback. The candle gave a downward impulse. Still, we needed to look at our oscillator. We will be more careful in future transactions. Let's not get upset. Let's select the next currency pair and open the next trade. And here I will be guided by our oscillator. I will open a trade for an increase. Let's look at the movement earlier. I think we have a new global price minimum, and in general, this is why I open a trade here for an increase. Also earlier we saw a very strong downward movement. The alligator also showed this to us, but I will wait for a slight rollback upward. Perhaps our further movement should also go down, and perhaps it will. I'm only counting on a minute rollback in this rollback itself. I want to get there because I see a way out of the oversold area according to our CCI oscillator. Let's look at the result. And the pullback occurred and our third trade closed in positive territory. Super. Let's change the sum of the transaction values, put 1,000, and probably open our final transaction. In the amount of $1,000. Here, in general, the transaction was opened absolutely correctly. It was opened against the trend, and a profit was recorded. Let's go ahead and select the final currency pair. And here I want to open a trade for an increase. I see a change in the trend. I see the intersection of the moving averages on the alligator indicator. Let's highlight the working area. The trade may not have been opened at a level that was not entirely favorable for us. It could have been opened much better. But overall, I think that we have a continuation of the upward dynamics should happen. Here we saw the intersection of the moving averages on the alligator from top to bottom. We also saw a good pullback of the price in general, which is why here I will open a trade for an increase in the direction. Given the trend of this upward dynamics, let's look at the result. It's a pretty tense moment. We have the last seconds left. And yes, our final transaction also closes in positive territory. Great. I'm happy with the result. Let's move on to the conclusion and record our profit today. Let's choose a wallet. Let's say the amount will be 1,200. Great, we have made the withdrawal. This is the kind of trading we have done today using these indicators. If you have any questions, you can find the link to my Telegram in the description under the video. Have a nice day, everyone, and good luck with your trading.